Good morning, everyone. I am John, your trainer. Welcome to Module 3 of our Client Counseling Training Program. Today's session is about applying the skills you've been learning through hands-on practice. We'll focus on two playing scenarios that represent real-life interactions with clients who have diverse needs. These scenarios will help you build confidence and adaptability in addressing the unique challenges of counseling clients with disabilities and diverse cultural backgrounds. Here's what we'll cover in this session. Scenario 1, building trust with a visually impaired client. Scenario 2, resolving a conflict with a client from a culturally diverse background. After each scenario, you'll receive constructive feedback from your peers and me. For our first scenario, we'll focus on building trust with a client who is visually impaired. Imagine that you're meeting this client for the first time and have to take out for lunch. They've had negative experiences with support workers in the past and are understandably hesitant to engage. Your goal as the support worker is to make them feel comfortable and secure through clear and empathetic verbal communication. Let's dive in.
Hi Jennifer, I'm Michael, your support worker for today. It's really nice to meet you. How are you feeling about our lunch outing?
Hi, I'm okay, I guess. I've done this before, but honestly, it hasn't always gone well. I'm not sure what to expect.
Thank you for sharing that. I can imagine how those past experiences might make you hesitant. I want to assure you that I'm here to make this outing as comfortable and enjoyable as possible for you.
Okay, I just don't like feeling rushed or like I'm being treated like a chore.
I completely understand, and that's the last thing I want you to feel. I'll follow your pace, and if there's anything you need or prefer, please let me know. For now, let me give you a quick description of the place we're heading to. It's a cozy little cafe about 5 minutes away, and they have a variety of options on the menu. Does that sound good to you?
That sounds okay. I just hope it's not too crowded.
Good point. I'll double check that it's not busy before we head in, and if it feels too overwhelming, we can find another place. Would that work for you?
Yeah, that would help. Thanks for asking.
Of course. I'll also describe the seating area and menu when we get there so you feel comfortable. Let's take this one step at a time, and please feel free to tell me if anything doesn't feel right.
Okay, I'll try. Thanks for being patient with me.
It's no trouble at all. Let's make this a relaxing and enjoyable outing.
Great work. Let's hear some feedback. What did the counselor do well? Were there any areas where they could improve their approach, such as tone or clarity? Please email the responses to me at drharishkadka@gmail.com. Let's take a mini break for 15 seconds to stretch out your minds. Welcome back. For our second role-playing scenario, the focus is on conflict resolution with a client from a culturally diverse background. In this situation, the client feels their cultural values have been overlooked in past interactions, leading to frustration. Your goal as the support worker is to actively listen to the client's concerns, validate their feelings, and work collaboratively to address their expectations respectfully. Let's start.
Hi James, how are you today? I'm looking forward to our yoga session together. How are you feeling about it?
Honestly, I'm not excited. In the past, I've felt like my culture and preferences were ignored, and it's frustrating. I don't want to go through that again.
Thank you for being open with me. I'm really sorry to hear about those past experiences, and I'd like to do things differently today. Your preferences and values are important, and I want to make sure this experience works for you.
I hope so. For instance, in my culture, certain postures aren't appropriate, and no one ever seems to consider that.
I completely understand, and I appreciate you telling me. Let's work together to make this session align with what you're comfortable with. Would you like to go over the types of poses we might encounter so we can plan ahead?
That would be helpful. I just don't want to feel uncomfortable or singled out.
Absolutely. I'll also make sure the instructor knows your preferences beforehand so we can adapt the session accordingly. This should be a relaxing and inclusive experience for you.
Thanks. That sounds better than what I've experienced before.
I'm really glad to hear that. If there's anything else you'd like to adjust or share during the session, please let me know. Let's focus on making this a positive experience together.
All right, I'll give it a try. Thanks for listening.
Of course, your comfort and preferences are my priority. Let's make this a great session.
Well done. Let's share our observations. Did the counselor effectively acknowledge the client's cultural concerns? Were the techniques appropriate and respectful? Please email me the responses at drharishkadka@gmail.com. Our session is coming to an end. Fantastic effort, everyone. These role-play scenarios demonstrated how important it is to adapt your counseling techniques to meet the needs of clients with different abilities and cultural contexts. Here are a few key takeaways. Firstly, use clear and empathetic communication when working with clients who have disabilities. Secondly, acknowledge and respect cultural values to build trust and resolve conflicts effectively. Finally, I encourage you to reflect on what you've learned and consider how you can apply these techniques in your work. Thank you for your participation today. Have a great time ahead.